Hi folks, this is your video for level 3 for your Noteflight composition project. So in Google Classroom, let's go to level 3 and you can click on the link to take you to Noteflight, which will take you to your assignment, and you might have to log in. Okay, for level 3, we're working on taking a melodic theme, so a simple melody, and creating variations or different ideas with that one basic idea. So different variations or different versions of the basic melody. Okay, so the instructions say listen to the 4-bar melody in the first row and then use the rows below to compose 2 different variations on the melody. Change the rhythm and note patterns to create a different version of the original melody, but make sure that it still follows the same basic shape. You should still be able to recognize that it is related to the original melody when you listen to it. Okay, so for this level, you're not creating a brand new melody. You're taking the melody that I've written for you, which is the first 4 bars here, and you're changing it around a little bit, but sticking with that basic idea. Okay, so it says make sure that it still follows the same basic shape. So when I say the same shape, what I mean is the melody goes, the notes go up and down and up and down. Okay, so the same shape of the melody is going to stay. Okay, I'm not making something completely new. Okay, but I'm going to create my own version of it. So let's start by listening to the melody that I've written for you. Press play up here. Okay, so that is the melody that I've written for you. And since I'm going to be basing my new melody off of this one, I'm going to start by just copying out the first 2 bars exactly like they are. So I'm going to do that quickly down here. Okay, using the notes and rests up there, I'm going to write out my melody just the way that I've seen it. And I'm going to do it quickly. If you need some extra time, or if you can't remember, how to enter notes, then you can go back to level 1 and it shows you how to do that. So I'm just going to enter quickly here and use the buttons up here to change from quarter notes to eighth notes when I need to. Okay, so I've got the same thing written out twice. Let's listen to the original. Okay, and let's listen to mine. Okay, it's the same. So I want to change it and use the same melody to create a little bit of a different idea. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try changing everything into eighth notes and just filling it all in. So changing all the quarter notes to eighth notes. We'll see how that goes for me. Okay, just for that first bar for now. So let's listen to that now. Okay, it's not bad. So it's a little bit different, but it still follows the same shape, and you can still hear that it's based on the same melody. I don't think it's done yet, though. I'm going to add some syncopation. So I'm going to take out some notes here on the beat. I'll put a rest in there. And I'm going to take this one out as well and put a rest in there. And you know what? I think I'm going to keep this as a quarter note. I don't want I don't want all eighth notes. Okay. So now let's listen to what I've got. And let's listen to the original. Okay, so hopefully you can hear that this is still based on what's above. And so far I've left the second bar exactly the same as the original. And I'm going to keep it that way so that it just reminds the listener that it's a variation on the same melody. So it's something familiar that they've already heard to kind of remind them of what they're listening to. So I'm ready to go on to bar 3. Now I've cheated and I've gone ahead and done the work before the video. So I'm going to show you what I've done finished off now. Okay, so here's, as you can see, here's the first 2 bars that I wrote, and then I created the rest and I did a second variation as well. Okay, so let's listen to the original one more time. Okay, and let's listen to my first variation. So this whole second row here, this whole second line. Okay, so hopefully you can hear that it's based on what we did or what I wrote for you up top, but it's changed around to make it my own unique idea. I added some rests, I changed the rhythms a little bit, but the basic melody is still the same. Okay, let's listen to my variation at the bottom here. It's a little bit more complicated. So there, not only did I change the rhythm a little bit, but I also added some different notes, right? So I added, you can see that this isn't quite the same. These notes walking up to C here from F, G, A, B, C, it's not quite the same as that, is it, right? And then here I've changed these around and you can see that there's a lot more notes in this bar, in the second bar, and in the fourth bar. Okay, but hopefully you can still hear that it's based on the same melody. The variation is just getting a little bit more complicated. So let's listen to the original and then we'll listen, you know what, let's listen to all 3. So we're just going to play the whole thing and you can hear the different variations based on the first one. Okay, so I hope that you can recognize that they're all based on the top line. Okay, just different rhythms, some different notes in the bottom, but it's very clearly related. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So I'm going to save it and I'm going to call it done. Oh, I'm going to, yep, click Save Changes. Okay, and I'm going to call it done. So I'm ready to submit. Okay, so I go over to Connect. And it seems that over here my turn in button isn't there. Let's see if it's on this page. Aha, it's on this page. So just to show you how to turn it, I'm going to turn in this page even though it's not the one that I've finished obviously. So I just click turn in and it takes a few seconds and now I'm done. Okay, so we'll go back here and we'll pretend this is the one that I clicked turn in on. So again, one more quick review. You're not creating a whole brand new melody. You're taking the melody that I wrote for you and making your own variations, your own versions of that melody. You're creating 2 different versions. Each one will be 4 bars long. So you're writing 8 bars in total. Okay? And when you're done, connect, turn in, and that should be all for level 3. Congratulations, and you're ready to move on with level 4 when you're done.